Hey guys, Kev here, and the time has come to do my full review on the McNees Mac 2 3.5 prototype. This was loaned in to me by Screamin' Pirate EDC. Oh, I have his stickers here. Hang on. I think. Screamin' Pirate. Nope, I don't. Alright, I put them away. Where are those fuckers? Fuck, I don't know. Thank you to Brad for loaning this in. I'll link his channel below, so go check it out. Cool dude, unique perspective. He's into the pirate shit, which, I'm not into, but to each their own. He also loves pottery. Whatever. I'm just kidding. He's a big coffee guy, and he loves, what's it called? Deneen pottery, I think? I know nothing about mugs, so I'm just being a jackass here. Anyway, one thing I want to address right away is somebody in the comments said something about the tip of the knife looking weird. I don't know exactly. I guess it looks a little stub-nosed. It is a hand-ground blade, and it's been used. I don't know if Brad had any issues with the tip. It feels sharp to me. They said it looked weird in the handle. I don't see it, but just want to address that. No issues with the tip or anything. It's dead nut centered, which is fantastic. What are we working with? Well, 20 CV blade, titanium handle. That's pretty much all you get. You get bearings, which from factory, I'm guessing are going to be like steel cage, steel bearings, or they'll be just basic ceramic bearings. But Brad put in Delrins, so they will fit in here. I don't know if they were the 1/4 inch or the 3/16. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, it's 3/16 size bearings, looks like. That's pretty common for US made custom type knives. So, yeah. It's a drop point, hollow grind. And yeah, that's pretty much it on aesthetics. It's a knife. It's a knife. Ergos. Man, this thing shines in the ergo department. It just feels fantastic in my hand. It really does. Even being left-handed, I don't even feel that clip because it's really non-existent. It's not a good clip. I will get to that, but that's one of my biggest gripes with this knife. Just to kind of get another feel for it, yeah. Yeah, anyway. Ergos are fantastic. You have jimping right here that I kind of go past, but it's there. I would extend that a little bit if I was them. But there's one grip only, and it's fantastic. Feels really good to cut with. They did a great job with the edge termination here, or whatever you call that, because you don't end up catching on anything. Everything goes right into the edge. It's fantastic. Hollow grind. It will come with a full flat on the, not a full flat, it'll come with a flat grind on the production version. They are set to drop, I think, at the end of the month, or in October sometime. They're going to be right around 500 bones. And I think for an American-made knife with 20 CV and titanium, you can't go wrong with 500 bucks. That's for damn sure. My Medford was 600 something. Would I argue this is better than a Medford? Yeah, I would. I think it's better than a Medford, other than the carry, which I'll get to. So yeah. I like the blue finish on the titanium. There is this orange peel finish on the pivot screw and down in the relief cut that I do not like, but it is a thing. And I think most people are just like, they don't care either way, right? Whereas I keep bringing it up. So there's that. Ergos cutting. Fantastic blade. I can't speak to the flat grind version, but this version's very good. It's not the thinnest behind the edge or anything, but it cuts very well. It's going to be a great work knife is basically the deal here. You do have a good amount of belly up to the tip, which is nice. It did good cutting out shipping labels. Wasn't like outstanding, but it was good. It did the job, right? Which I think the point of this knife is for an American to carry this in their pocket every day to work. A man who actually works with their hands is supposed to use this knife. That is not me. I am an office guy, so I don't think this knife is meant for me. That doesn't mean if you're working in an office you shouldn't get one. I'm just saying I think this is a working man's knife, which is a compliment. Maybe if you work in an office, you get the small one, right? The Mac 2. I don't know why I'm talking about that. Okay. Carry. So here's the rub, guys. And I can't speak to the fact that they're supposed to elongate the clip so that it doesn't end up like right here by the edge, which apparently is causing issues. I will say that I absolutely hated carrying this knife. It is a struggle to get it in your pocket. First off, it catches right here because of the way the clip is designed. It's a very tight clip in my opinion. Yeah, it's titanium and it springs pretty good, but it just, here, let me just try to demonstrate. It just catches on things. Yeah, it's just like, can't get it out of my pocket right now. So now I need to lift the clip and pull it out. I literally have to grab the end of the clip and bend it out to get it out of my pocket. So again, I can't speak to how it will be adjusted. I can just tell you right now this clip is unacceptable to me. I would not buy this knife because of this clip and the carry. That's my personal opinion. I know a lot of people don't care about clips. I know a lot of people do. But again, they are updating it. So I can't speak to that. I'm going to go ahead and trust them that they'll fix the clip and it'll be fine. So I wouldn't worry about that too much if you like everything else about the knife. I also don't think it's a very nice looking clip. Just a sheet of titanium with a little bend in it. It has these two little screws here that are vertical, which makes it stick up out of your pocket really, really far. Just not a fan of the carry on this knife, guys, if you can't tell. So that's really the biggest and only real issue I have with the knife is the carry. But that's a big deal. So, I don't know. Sounds. Oh, yeah, guys. The sounds on this are very, very nice. It just has that custom feel to it. It's hard to explain. It just clacks out, has good acoustics, closes very nicely. There's just something to custom level, handmade sort of type knives, if you know what I mean. You're not going to get a Civivi that sounds like this, essentially, or a Wii, right? Anyway. Yeah, so the sounds are good. Action, I mean, come on. Detent is snappy as hell. I think it's not really the detent because I can easily pull it out, but it's the way the thumb studs are placed on the blade and the angle you come at them. It just really flies out of there. It very much reminds me of the Wii Banter. The, my God, what's his goddamn name? Ben Peterson knife. It kind of has the same smallish thumb studs in a good spot to where they just really fly out when you flick it. Right-handed, you can do the reverse flick very easily, no problem. Thumb flick, no lock bar issues like I had on the small one. Left-handed, thumb flick, fantastic. The Spidey flick I've gotten used to. You just have to kind of climb down the bar a little bit or hold your finger in a weird place, and occasionally you'll get it where you get lock bar pressure and then you're sitting there ripping your finger apart. And a lot of times the detent feels a lot stiffer because you're putting a little pressure down. But it's doable to the point where if I really loved the design and the knife, it wouldn't bother me. I would deal with it because of how good other things are. So there's that. There is internal milling. Looks like there's 5 cutouts or 6 cutouts on each side, which is nice to see. Yeah. Closing action on these bearings. Now I have to state this. It does not come with these bearings, and as far as I know, the knife is not like this at all when it comes stock. It's a little more of a Sabenza type feel, right? Where you have to close the knife essentially. But I don't know. I could be wrong about that. Maybe because it's a bigger blade than the Mac 2, it'll drop a little more. But you're probably going to need Delrin bearings to make it do this. So there's that. Also, Skiff and Gillian make this size bearing, but I can't speak to whether the tolerance, how they fit. The Delrins seem to fit when it's a smaller, tighter tolerance, and the Skiffs and Gillians when there's a little more space in there, because they seem to be a little thicker, in my opinion. So anyway, you can flick it. Action's phenomenal on this example right here. So yeah, that's pretty much all the categories I usually go through, right? Ergos, aesthetics, action, carry, cutting, sounds. So one other thing is, if you look at the lockup, it's very, very good. It does not have an over travel stop or a steel insert. And I don't know if I covered this in the first impressions, but people seem to think that makes a knife less worthy. It shouldn't be as expensive because it doesn't have those things. And my take on it is, if it works, it works. This knife does not have either of those, but there's no lock stick. It gets right out of the way, the lock bar does. It locks up solid every time. It's absolutely fantastic in terms of that. The finish work they did, the tolerances, the way they got the lock bar to move, it works fantastically. So don't get hung up on that. There's no reason to be hung up on it. If there was a reason to have a lock bar insert on this knife because it wouldn't work, then I get it. But it works fantastically. I don't see how anyone's going to over travel the lock bar either, unless you're like Hulk Hogan with your thumb and you're like, and it fucking shoots across the room. Like, I don't, just putting pressure on it, I can't bend it enough to cause issues, so I don't really see the need for it again. I'm pretty sure Jonathan McNees would have put it in if he needed it, right? But it's just extra machine time, extra parts for nothing. So, oh, did you hear that one? So I just have no issue with that. Yeah, guys, it's a really solid knife. It's a really cool knife. If you're in the market for something like this, you really like the design, I 100% recommend it, as long as they fix the clip. I am assuming the clip will be fixed and it'll go in and out of pocket easy. That's all I'm asking. You don't have to change the clip or anything. Just make sure it's not on the lock bar and not right at the edge here, right? And it's a little longer, and you'll be good. It might not look great, but it'll work, and then it's fine, right? This knife is a fantastic, I never rate knives, but this is like an 8 out of 10 knife if that clip is fine, in my book. And I don't even think the design is that sexy to me. So that's how good it is, or could be, I guess, with the clip. So yeah, I totally get the hype, totally get the excitement. I really appreciate Brad for sending this over. And if I haven't mentioned it, it's USA made, guys. $500, USA made, 20 CV in titanium on bearings, with great thumb stud action. Righties, this is a hard one not to want to pick up if you're into Buy American. Lefties, that's your choice if you're okay with the flicking, or you just don't reverse flick. That's even better. But yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm done with this one. It's going to go off to Tier 1 gear and EDC reviews next, so you can get Justin's take on this guy. I think he's going to like this knife a lot, but we shall see. So again, thanks to Brad. Go check out Screamin' Pirate EDC. Keep an eye on Tier 1 gear and EDC reviews to see his review on this. You can go check out Kyle, D2M Knives and Gears channel. He had this guy in already. I don't know if anybody else did yet. So those are the 3 so far. I believe Chris from Grady's Gear will be getting it. I believe Brandon from Everyday Minimalist will be getting it, as well as Jake from Bearded Gear. So keep an eye on all those channels. Go check them all out. All of them outstanding, fantastic channels. I can 100% recommend. Consider them all friends. So, yeah, that is it, guys. I love you all. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I will catch you later.